I forgot how to stream. I couldn't remember how to change my scene. Whoops. But yeah, Twitch is V-slow. But I get bored and impatient because that was 3 minutes and that was very boring. $5, I'll teach you how. How would you know, silly goose? You haven't streamed in so long. Hello, Christopher. How you doing? What's pogging? Look at how great this looks now. I sent you a picture of it empty the other day. And look, aside from I'm still missing some things and this is a bit cluttered and like, because I'll find someone to tell me for free and keep your $5. If that's the strat we're playing by, I want to do that too, please, and thank you. That sounds like a great tactic, except, nah, I could fake it till I make it. That's my strategy for life. Dab. It looks fantastic, so do you. I had to move my lights, so now I feel like back there's really dark. A woman faking it. Never heard of such a thing. Hey, I got him. Who would have thought? Your mom. I'm full of your mom jokes today. Kargi deserves a treat, you're right, he does. Let me go get him. I have to bring him in. I just was gonna yell, and then I remembered you guys are gonna hear it if I yell. Kargi! Kargi! Do you want a treat? Hello? Kargi? Kargi? Come on! We're in my hallway! Come on! Hello? Come on, Kargi! Magic. Movie magic. It's like I never even walked away. Brogan, yell at her to yell, please. I'm not yelling into the microphone. I mean, eventually I probably will, but not while I'm trying to be careful. Look at my cute treat dish now. Hey, go on your bed. Oh, wow, that was so good. That was so well done. So proud of you. Oh, hi, Steve. You came just in time. I'm giving my dog a treat. Hold on. I gotta switch to the camera. My microphone's not on that scene, though. So it was just a quick, here's your treat. You can come on my lap now if you want for extra Kargi entertainment. Why do I look so freaking blue? Could you get down? Could you get down? Maybe I'll just move away from the blue light. Hello, Stealth. I'm surprised you're not sleeping. Did you have a nap today since you woke up at a decent time this morning? Turn up your key lights. I had to think about what that meant. My battery's dead. Hold on, I have to replace my batteries. Steve, go back to bed. It's too early for you. Got him. Hold on, let me see if I have double A's. Also, these are chargeable batteries. So I'm just gonna set them to the side. I've known that this was gonna die for a really long time, and my mouse is gonna be next because my mouse is also dying. Oh gosh, I already forgot what way I took those out. Oh no! Do I even have 2 double A's? I mean triple A's? Why do I only have 1 AAA battery? What the flip? I have to look at which direction to put them. Let me see if I can put 1 battery back in and trick the system. Does that work like that? It does. It has 0% charge though. I don't know how that happened because I just put a brand new battery in it. Okay. Whoa, that's bright. How about that? Does that look better? Is that too bright? Does that make me look even more dead? I don't feel like it does. Oh, hey, look, Brogan said the exact same thing I did. Put one good in and one bad in. I've got the smarts. I'm pointing a remote at you. Anyways. What are we reading? The Most Dangerous Game? Is that a book? Now you look really white. Well, you know what, Steve? Now I look really yellow. What the poop is happening? She is white, thanks. Steve, you look really white. When's the last time you left your house? Huh? Huh? Sorry, was that too far? It might have been too far. Okay. I've got so much dog fur on my pants. We're going to ignore that, though, because today we're reading Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. We're not reading And Other Stories. This is backwards. I probably should have flipped my camera. It's called Auto White Balance. The closer you get to blue light, the more it'll adjust. So I should stay in this half of my room is what I'm hearing. It's a short story novel by Richard Connell. It do go hard, though. Okay, Pog, I will definitely try to remember that. You could move however you want. It'll adjust. Closer to the door. Okay. Hold on. How's this? I yelled like my microphone's over there still. I'm not used to it. Hello. Can you hear him? Do your little sniffs. Do you sound like a little puppy? He sounds like a little piggy. He does little piggy snorts. I can't read chat from that far. Turn the other way, imperfect. Are you trying to put me in the corner like I'm a bad child? But also, wait, hold on. Let's have a bookshelf review. Kirky, can you go in your bed? Can you go in your bed? Bed? Lay down. Bookshelf review, not the closet. Bookshelf! You can't see Lewis, but Lewis is up here. I don't need to yell. This is the thing that started the Ida Kim. No, Karki's streaming you sit in his bed. You act like I don't. His bed's massive. There's a picture of it in my Discord. I can't show you because he's sitting on it. Look at his face! Hello? Okay. Bookshelf. This is my Harry Potter series. This is Brogan's Pokemon section, and this is our really old Game Boy that looks really pog, so it's on display now, even though it still works, and Brogan still uses it sometimes. That's pretty pog. This is, you can probably hear that, right? This is my tin of Pokemon cards. This is all of my favorite Pokemon cards and where I keep them. I have the same SP, like the light blue one. I got it when I was, I don't know, flipping young. This is like, I don't know yet, but I don't love it, so this is probably gonna change. This is Brogan's and my wedding books. They're like stacked behind. And then this is our like engagement book, but also our guest wedding book. But like they've never had a home before and I've never been able to display them before, so that was pretty pog. And then some cute little pops right here. And then this is like my art section right now. It's got like my colored pencils and my coloring books. I can't read chat this far. It's Larry. Your mom's Larry. Got him. And then this is my nerd section. This is all my manga. This is all I own for manga right now. And then 2 extras over here. And then this is my other nerd book. This is my Dan and Phil book, but it's signed. Hold on. It's signed by Dan and Phil. I'm super cool. And then all my pretty books, which is where my Alice in Wonderland book goes as well when I'm done. And then that is where the dog is blocking is all of our pins, because we're nerds and we collect pins. What's a Dan and Phil? YouTubers. They were really popular from like 2012 to 2016. And then, I'm gonna see how far you guys can see. This is where I have all of my Avatar pops. And I have Uncle Iroh, and he's the freaking cutest thing in the whole world. Look at him. I love him. And then I hate this shelf. This shelf's gonna change. But right now, this is like my fairy tale section. It's got like some of my, like Winnie the Pooh is in here, Dr. Seuss. Oops, I pushed them backwards. My like Disney postcards, my Up House. And then this is another Pokemon shelf, but we don't have any card displays yet, so all the cards are just laying down. We need to order some card displays because that's really pog. And then that's all my overflow books that aren't pretty and I don't know what to do with them, but I'm not getting rid of them. Bookshelf tour. Is that the Lego? Yeah, it is! I'm surprised you could see that from that far, actually. And I have, I'm knocking things over. Okay, this we built before we moved, and we didn't unbuild it to move. So I put it in like a box and then a bag in case pieces fell off so that they would go inside the box and the bag. And the only thing that fell off was this one teeny tiny frog, and we could not figure out where it went on here. So now he just sits in the bottom, and he's very cute and lonely, but I love him. And this is so freaking cool, isn't it? Wait, hold on, I have one more thing to show you, because we built another, I say we, I want you to know I've never, ever, ever in my entire life had the patience to sit still and do Lego. So I sat with Brogan for maybe 10 minutes, and then he built the rest, basically, while I did other things and went up and down and all sorts of places, and he just sat on the floor and built Lego by himself, because I don't have the attention span. But also, we built these, and they don't have, like, we don't have a vase for them. So right now they sit in a jar, but I still kind of love it. And they're Lego flowers. I think they're really cute. I freaking love them. As you can tell, these ones kind of got a bit wonky in the move as well, and I haven't fixed them yet. Oh, this one I think is missing a piece. It is. Okay. Office tour complete-ish, probably. But, yeah, I'm in love with these shelves now. As you can probably tell, that section looks so bad. I've got to change that. But it's getting there. Like, this is just a work in progress. We freaking put these shelves up, like, 3 days ago? How long's it been? 3 days ago, and then 2 days ago I started decorating it. But not bad, right? And then I've got, like, all of my pops and stuff all over the place. You can kind of see them from back here. I don't know if you could see them when I walked away because it might have been more in focus. But just, we've got so many pops as well. And I've realized how many we have that I don't love anymore, which kind of sucks. Say, Libby. Can you hear me drinking water now? You've never been able to hear that before with my other mic. Kim even has a mobile mic. Look at Kim being a pro streamer. Yeah, hella. No, it's because I wanted to read a book and I didn't want to have to deal with a microphone. My idea was to read, not this entire book, because this is multiple books in one. I bought this from Barnes & Noble, and it's one of the like books that has 6 books in it. Look how cute this is. Anyways, I buy the ones with really cool covers because they'll look great on my bookshelf, and this was always my dream, is to buy pretty books and put them on bookshelves like this. And I always wanted to have a wall of bookshelves in my office. Back to back to back. That would take like 6 weeks at the least if I continued reading. But yeah, so anyways, this is like 6 books in one, but we're just gonna read Alice's Adventures in Wonderland because everybody knows that story. So like if somebody joins halfway through, be like, oh, we're reading Alice in Wonderland, this is where we're at, and you're caught up already, you feel? But like, I've thought of this idea a long time ago, and it's not like ASMR, because I can't be quiet for the life of me, okay? Elmer! Thank you so much for the 11 once. I've got my notifications, like the big, bright, fantastic ones I always have on. I do have them turned off because I want immersion once I start reading. That's the one with a bunch of short people and apple. What? What are you thinking of? Because I genuinely don't know. Also, hi Elmer, how you doing? What's poggin'? The poison apple. Oh my gosh, Snow White. That's what you're thinking of. I don't know if you're joking or not. No, that one is Snow White, sir. And James and the Giant Peach. I've never seen that. I remember the advertisements used to give me James and the Giant Peach advertisements used to give me nightmares, so I could never actually watch the real thing. This was just me dancing to the music in my head, by the way. Okay. This is gonna be a long story. I don't know if we'll get through the whole thing today, but we're reading Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. And it's quite a few pages, I'm gonna be real, but there's pictures, and I'm gonna show you the pictures on the way. And then, like, look, there's so many stories in here because this is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. And then this is Through the Looking Glass, which I don't even really remember that story. I watched the movie. I watched it with Brogan, actually, when we first met. That's how long ago it was. Just dropped by to say hello and that I hope you have a great stream. Oh, thank you, Elmer. I appreciate it. And thank you for the sub. I hope you have a great night. What are you doing? What are you up to tonight? On a Friday night, you're out partying? Okay. Oops. You're gonna hear a lot more of me hitting things tonight. Well, that's in the way. Is that the famous streamer with the hot husband? You came to the right place. Also, you redeemed hydration station after I took a drink, so. There we go, double hydration. I have to go run an errand and won't be back until 11. Well, I'm gonna read, yeah, shiny book. It's a rare. I don't know what I was saying. Look how pretty it is, though. It's super pretty. I keep putting my water bottle in the way. That's going over there. There we go. You pulled a hollow book from the pack. Yeah, I want to show you the inside cover, but let me put my bookmark back in. Look how pretty this is. Bye, Elmer. Have fun running your errands. You should get it. What just fell? I found it. Okay, I fixed it. Why does she look like the Do the Roar kid? Now I don't like it quite as much. Do the roar. Do it. Okay, we're reading Alex. That's what's gonna happen tonight. Alex, you missed it. I just announced we're reading Alice's Adventures in Wonderland tonight. Because everybody knows that story. Okay, are we beginning? I'm beginning. Don't care if you guys are ready. I'm beginning. Chapter 1, Down the Rabbit Hole. I'm gonna show you guys the pictures as well. Because why not? Alice in Wonderland. That's what it really should be. Wait, no, never mind. No, I'm reading now. Chapter 1, Down the Rabbit Hole. Alice was beginning to get very tired of sitting by her sister on the bank and of having nothing to do. Once or twice she had peeped into the book her sister was reading, but it had no pictures or conversations in it. And what is the use of a book, thought Alice, without pictures or conversation? I want to go down Brogan's rabbit hole, if you know what I mean. I need, like, soundboard sounds, because that would have been perfect time for, like, I've been hanging out with Alex for too long. Because I want to do, like, you know the one. Anyways. So she was considering in her own mind, as well as she could, for the hot day made her feel very sleepy and stupid. Mood. Whether the pleasure of making a daisy chain would be worth the trouble of getting up and picking the daisies, when suddenly a white rabbit with pink eyes ran very close by. There was nothing so very remarkable in that, nor did Alice think it was very much out of the way to hear the rabbit say to itself, oh dear, I shall be very late." When she thought it over afterwards, it occurred to her that she ought to have wondered at this. But at the time, it had seemed quite natural. But when the rabbit actually took a watch out of its waistcoat pocket and looked at it and then hurried on, Alice started to feel... I'm going to have tongue tripping over for a little bit. Alice started to her feet, for it flashed across her mind that she had never seen a rabbit with either a waistcoat pocket or a watch to take out of it, and burning with curiosity, ran across the field after it, and fortunately was just in time to see it pop down a large rabbit hole under the hedge. In another moment, Alice went down after it, never once considering how in the world she was going to get out of it. The rabbit hole went straight on like a tunnel for some way and then dipped suddenly down, so suddenly that Alice had not a moment to think about stopping herself before she found herself falling down a very deep well. Either the well was very deep, or she fell very slowly, for she had plenty of time as she went down to look around her and to wonder what was going to happen next. First, she tried to look down and make out what she was coming to, but it was too dark to see anything. Then she looked at the sides of the well and noticed that they were filled with cupboards and bookshelves. Here and there she saw maps and pictures hung upon pegs. She took down a jar from one of the shelves as she passed. It was labeled orange marmalade, but to her great disappointment, it was empty. She did not like to drop the jar for fear of it killing somebody, so managed to put it in one of the cupboards as she fell past it. Well, thought Alice to herself, after such a fall as this, I shall think nothing of tumbling downstairs. How brave they'll all think of me at home. Why, I wouldn't say anything about it, even if I fell off the top of the house, which was very likely. Why does that make me laugh? You fall off the roof of your house often. Down, down, down. Would the fall never come to an end? I wonder how many miles I've fallen by this time, she said aloud. I must be getting somewhere near the center of the earth. Let me see. That would be 4,000 miles down, I think. For you see, Alice had learned several things of this sort in her lessons in the schoolroom, and though this was not a very good opportunity for showing off her knowledge, as there was no one to listen to her, still, it was good practice to say it over. Yes, that's about the right distance, but then I wonder what latitude or longitude I've got to. Alice had no idea what latitude or longitude either, but thought that they were grand words to say. This is me. I'm like, yes, I know of that word. Don't know what it means, but it sounds great. Suddenly, no, wait, I can't read, hold on. Brain malfunction. Presently, she began again. I wonder if I shall fall right through the earth. How funny it'll seem to come out among the people that walk with their heads downwards. The what? The antipathies, I think? I've never heard that word either. She was rather glad there was no one listening this time, and it didn't sound at all the right word. That makes sense. But I shall have to ask them what the name of the country is. Please, ma'am, is this New Zealand or Australia? And she tried to curtsy as she spoke. Fancy curtsying as you're falling through the air. Do you think you could manage it? And what an ignorant little girl she'll think me for asking. No, it'll never do to ask. Perhaps I shall see it written up somewhere. Down, down, down. There was nothing else to do, so Alice soon began talking again. Dinah'll miss me very much tonight, I should think. Dinah was the cat. I hope they'll remember her saucer of milk at tea time. Dinah, my dear, I wish you could be down here with me. There are no mice in the air, I'm afraid, but you might catch a bat. And that's very like a mouse, you know. But do cats eat bats, I wonder? And here Alice began to get rather sleepy and went on saying to herself in a dreamy sort of way, do cats eat bats? Do cats eat bats? And sometimes, do bats eat cats? For you see, as she couldn't answer either question, it didn't much matter which way she put it. She felt she was dozing off and had just begun to dream that she was walking hand in hand with Dinah and saying to her very earnestly, Now, Dinah, tell me the truth, did you ever eat a bat? When suddenly, thump, thump, down she came upon a heap of sticks and dry leaves, and the fall was over. My cat does not eat bats, are you sure? Have you ever asked? Alice was not a bit hurt, and she jumped up to her feet in a moment. She looked up, but it was all dark overhead. Before her was another long passage, and the White Rabbit was still in sight, hurrying down it. There was not a moment to be lost. Away went Alice like the wind, and was just in time to hear it say, as it turned a corner, Oh, my ears and whiskers, how late it's getting! She was close behind it when she turned the corner, but the rabbit was no longer to be seen. She found herself in a long, low hall, which was lit up by a row of lamps hanging from the roof. Roof? There were doors all around the hall, but they were all locked, and when Alice had been all the way down one side and up the other, trying every door, she walked sadly down the middle, wondering how she was ever to get out again. Suddenly, she came upon a little three-legged table, all made of solid glass. There was nothing on it except a tiny golden key, and Alice's first thought was that it might belong to one of those doors in the hall. But alas, either the locks were too large or the key was too small, but at any rate, it would not open any of them. However, on the second time round, she came upon a low curtain she had not noticed before, and behind it was a little door about 15 inches high. She tried the little golden key in the lock, and to her great delight, it fitted. I didn't read that wrong, it fitted. I want to go back a page and show you this lovely picture, though. In this, Alex, I think I said again. Alice looks like she's maybe, 7 years old. She looks tiny in this picture. She's tiny, that was my thought. Alice opened the door and found that it led into a small passage, not much larger than a rat hole. She knelt down and looked along the passage into the loveliest garden you ever saw. This book is about me now, accept it. Alex is a little girl confirmed. How she longed to get out of that dark hall and wander about among those beds of bright flowers and cool fountains, but she could never get her head through the doorway. And even if my head would go through, thought poor Alice, it would be of very little use with my shoulders. And how I wish I could shut up like a telescope. That is not a saying. I think I could, if I only knew how to begin, for you see, so many out-of-the-way things had happened lately that Alice had begun to think that very few things indeed were really impossible. There seemed to be no use in waiting by the little door, so she went back to the table, half hoping she might find another key on it, or at any rate, a book of rules for shutting people up like telescopes. This time she found a little bottle on it, which certainly was not here before, said Alice, and round the neck of the bottle was a paper label with the words, Drink Me, beautifully printed on it in large letters. I wish I could shut up Brogan's telescope. Alex is just here to make jokes about Brogan all night. I didn't know this was from 1865, no way. So many new words for your body parts. Okay. I feel like that makes a lot of sense with some like the way that this is worded, if it really is that old. have to find where I left off. I left off in the middle of a paragraph. Who does that? What kind of freak am I? But also, here's the picture of her finding the bottle. It was all very well to say, "Drink me," but the wise little Alice was not going to do that in a hurry. "No, I'll look first," she said, "and see whether it's marked poison or not." For she had read several nice little histories about children who had gotten burnt and eaten up by wild beasts and other unpleasant things, all because they would not remember the simple rules their friends had taught them, such as that a red-hot poker will burn you if you hold it too long, and that if you cut your finger very deeply with a knife, it usually bleeds. Usually? And she had never forgotten that. If you drink much from a bottle marked poison, it is almost certain to disagree with you sooner or later. Words to live by, guys. Life lessons here. However, this bottle was not marked poison, so Alice ventured to taste it, and finding it very nice, it had in fact a sort of mixed flavor of cherry tart, custard, pineapple, roast turkey, toffee, and hot buttered toast, and very soon finished it off. The man picks up a bottle like this big. It's a full, 10-course meal. "What a curious feeling," said Alice. "I must be shutting up like a telescope." And so it was indeed. She was now only 10 inches high, and her face brightened up at the thought that she was now the right size for going through the little door into that lovely garden. First, however, she waited for a few minutes to see if she was going to shrink any further. She felt a little nervous about this, for it might end, said Alice to herself, in my going out altogether, like a candle. I wonder what I should be like then. And she tried to fancy what the flame of a candle is like after the candle is blown out, for she could not remember ever having seen such a thing. After a while, finding that nothing more happened, she decided on going into the garden at once. But, alas for poor Alice, when she got to the door, she found she had forgotten the little golden key, and when she went back to the table for it, she found she could possibly not reach it. She could see it quite plainly through the glass, and when she tried her best to climb up one of the legs of the table, it was too slippery. And when she had tired herself out with trying, the poor little thing sat down and cried. "Come, there's no use in crying like that," said Alice to herself rather sharply. "I advise you to leave off this minute." She generally gave herself very good advice, though she very seldom followed it. And sometimes she scolded herself so severely as to bring tears into her eyes, and once she remembered trying to box her own ears for having cheated herself in a game of croquet. She was playing against herself. This poor girl. For this curious child was very fond of pretending to be two people. But it's no use now, thought poor Alice, to pretend to be two people. Why, there's hardly enough of me left to make one respectable person. Soon her eye fell on a little glass box which was lying under the table. She opened it and found a very small cake, on which the words, "Eat me," were beautifully marked in currants. "Well, I'll eat it," said Alice, "and if it makes me grow larger, I can reach the key. And if it makes me grow smaller, I can creep under the door, so either way I'll get into the garden, and I don't care which happens." She ate a little bit and said anxiously to herself, "Which way, which way?" holding her hand on top of her head to feel which way it was growing. And she was quite surprised to find that she remained the same size. To be sure, this generally happens when one eats cake, but Alice had gotten so much into the way of expecting nothing but out-of-the-way things to happen, I read that funny, that it seemed quite dull and stupid for life to go on in the common way. So she set to work and very soon finished off the cake. Was that the end of chapter 1? Or did I skip a page? No, that is the end of chapter 1. Chapter 2. I'm going to show you this picture in just a second because it's disturbing as heck. "Curiouser and curiouser," cried Alice. She was so much surprised that for the moment she quite forgot how to speak good English. "Now I'm opening out like the largest telescope there ever was. Goodbye, feet." For when she looked down at her feet, they seemed to be almost out of sight. They were getting so far off. Oh, my poor little feet. I wonder who will put on your shoes and stockings for you now, dears. I'm sure I shan't be able. I shall be a great deal too far off to trouble myself about you. You must manage the best you can, but I must be kind to them, thought Alice, or perhaps they won't walk the way I want them to. Let me see. I'll give them a new pair of boots every Christmas. And she went on planning to herself how she would manage it. They must go by the carrier, she thought, and how funny it'll seem, sending presents to one's own feet, and how odd the directions will look. Alice's right foot. I'm going to just show you this because it's like, oh, I don't think I can actually because it's backwards. But it's like an address. But look at this picture. That is so freaking disturbing. Oh dear, what nonsense I'm talking. Just then, her head struck against the roof of the hall. In fact, she was now more than 9 feet high, and she at once took up the little golden key and hurried off to the garden door. Giraffe, yeah, right? It reminds me of a Little Nightmares character. Poor Alice. It was as much as she could do, lying down on one side, to look through into the garden with one eye. But to get through was more hopeless than ever. She sat down and began to cry again. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, said Alice. A great girl like you. She might well say this. To go on crying in this way. Stop this moment, I tell you. But she went on all the same, shedding gallons of tears, until there was a large pool all around her, about 4 inches deep and reaching halfway down the hall. She literally cried a river. Ay. After a time, she heard a little pattering of feet in the distance, and she hastily dried her eyes to see what was coming. It was the White Rabbit returning, splendidly dressed, with a pair of white kid gloves in one hand and a large fan in the other. He came trotting along in a great hurry, muttering to himself as he came, Oh, the Duchess, the Duchess! Oh, won't she be savage if I kept her waiting? Bruin can't even visualize all of this. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Steve, you can, right? You can picture it very clearly in your head, because I can. As I'm reading this, I can see, like, I can picture her, like, looking through the door with one eye and, like, the pool of tears and, like, man, that's so sad. Alice felt so desperate that she was ready to ask help of anyone, so when the rabbit came near her, she began in a low, timid voice, If you please, sir. The rabbit started violently, dropped the white kid gloves and the fan, and scurried away into the darkness as hard as he could go. Alice took up the fan and gloves, and as the hall was very hot, she kept fanning herself all the while she went on talking. Maybe I should have read this before I decided to read this on stream. You ready for this sentence? Are you ready for it? Dear, dear, how queer everything is today. What does that mean? What does that sentence mean? And yesterday, things went on just as usual. I wonder if I'd been changed in the night. Let me think. Was I the same when I got up this morning? I almost think I remember feeling a little different. But if I'm not the same, the next question is, who in the world am I? Weird, maybe? That makes sense. Ah, that's the great puzzle. And she began thinking all over all the children she knew that were of the same age as herself, to see if she could have been changed for any of them. Or bizarre, just based on context. Yeah, how bizarre everything is today. That makes sense. I'm sure I'm not Ada, she said, for her hair goes in such long ringlets, and mine doesn't go in ringlets at all. And I'm sure I can't be Mabel, for I know all sorts of things, and she knows very little. Oh my gosh, she's so condescending. Besides, she's she, and I'm I, and oh dear, how puzzling it all is. I'll try if I know all the things I used to know. Let me see. 4 times 5 is 12. And 4 times 6 is 13. And 4 times 7 is... Oh dear, I shall never get to 20 at that rate. However, the multiplication table doesn't signify. Let's try geography. London is the capital of Paris, and Paris is the capital of Rome, and Rome, no, that's all wrong, I'm certain. I must have been changed for Mabel. I'll try and say, how doth the little, and she crossed her hands on her lap as if she were saying lessons, and began to repeat it, but her voice sounded hoarse and strange, and the words did not come out the way they used to. Kim Math, I knew that was coming. Wait, hold on, are you ready for a picture? I turned the page, but I'll show the picture. She looks much more like normal sized in that one, at least. Sorry, I was remembering the Kim Math. How doth the little crocodile, improving his shining tail, and pour the waters of the Nile on every golden scale. How cheerfully he seems to grin, how neatly spread his claws, and welcome little fishes in, with gently smiling paws. That says Jaws. I'm reading and this at the same time, and it's like a challenge, actually. I'm not sure. No, I'm sure those are not the right words, said poor Alice, and her eyes filled with tears again as she went on. I must be Mabel after all, and I shall have to go and live in that poky little house, and have next to no toys to play with, and oh, ever so many lessons to learn. No, I've made up my mind about it. If I'm Mabel, I'll stay down here. It'll be no use their putting their heads down and saying, come up again, dear. I shall only look up and say, who am I then? Tell me that first. And then, if I like being that person, I'll come up. If not, I'll stay down here till I'm somebody else. But oh dear, cried Alice with a very sudden burst of tears. I do wish they would put their heads down. I'm so very tired of being all alone here. As she said this, she looked down at her hands and was surprised to see that she'd put on one of the rabbit's little white kid gloves while she was talking. How could I have done that, she thought. I must be growing small again. She got up and went to the table to measure herself by it and found that, as nearly as she could guess, she was now about 2 feet high and was going on shrinking rapidly. She soon found out that the cause of this was the fan she was holding, and she dropped it hastily just in time to avoid shrinking away altogether. That was a narrow escape, said Alice, a good deal frightened at the sudden change, but very glad to find herself still in existence. And now for the garden. And she ran with all speed back to the little door, but alas, the little door was shut again, and the little golden key was lying on the glass table as before. And things were worse than ever, declared the poor child, for I never was so small as this before, never, and I declare it's too bad that it is. What the flip? This is not how I remember the story at all. She's tiny and then she's big and now she's back to tiny and the key's over there still. And as she said these words, her foot slipped. In another moment, splash! She was up to her chin in salt water. Her first idea was that she had somehow fallen into the sea, and in that case, I can go back by railway, she said to herself. Alice had been to the seaside once in her life, and had come to the general conclusion that wherever you go to on the English coast, you can find a number of bathing machines in the sea, some children digging in the sand with wooden spades, then a row of lodging houses, and behind them a railway station. However, she soon made out that she was in the pool of tears which she had wept when she was 9 feet high. I wish I hadn't cried so much, said Alice as she swam about, trying to find her way out. I shall be punished for it now, I suppose, by being drowned in my own tears. That will be a queer thing, however. Everything is queer today. I like that sentence. This is a lot weirder than I remember. Yeah, hella, isn't it? I kind of like it, though. Just then, she heard something splashing about in the pool a little ways off, and she swam nearer to make out what it was. At first, she thought it must be a walrus or hippopotamus, but then she remembered how small she was now, and she soon made out that it was only a mouse that had slipped in just like herself. Would it be of any use now, thought Alice, Alice. Alice. Ah. To speak to this mouse. Everything is so out of the way down here that I should think very likely it can talk. At any rate, there's no harm in trying. So she began, "Oh, Mouse, do you know the way out of this pool? I'm very tired of swimming about here, oh, Mouse." Alice thought this might be the way of speaking to a mouse. She'd never done such a thing before, but she remembered having seen in her brother's Latin grammar, "A mouse of a mouse to a mouse, oh, mouse." That was a sentence. I read that as a sentence. The mouse looked at her rather inquisitively and seemed to her to wink with one of its little eyes, but it said nothing. "Perhaps it doesn't understand English," thought Alice. "I dare say it's a French mouse come over with William the Conqueror." For with all her knowledge of history, Alice had no clear notion how long ago anything had happened. So she began again. I don't speak French, so I don't know what this sentence says. Nope, I'm not even gonna try actually, because I literally don't, like, this is spelled OUESTMACHATTE. That's the sentence. Was the first sentence in her French lesson book. The mouse gave a sudden leap out of the water and seemed to quiver all over with fright. Someone Google that and tell me what that means, actually. "Oh, I beg your pardon," cried Alice hastily, afraid that she had hurt the poor animal's feelings. "I quite forgot you didn't like cats." "Oh, it's something about a cat." "Not like cats," cried the mouse in a shrill, passionate voice. "Would you like cats if you were me?" "Well, perhaps not," said Alice in a soothing tone. "Don't be angry about it. And yet, I wish I could show you our cat Dinah. I thought you'd take a fancy to cats. No, I think you'd take a fancy to cats if you could only see her. She's such a dear, quiet thing." Alice went on half to herself as she lazily swam about in the pool, and she sits purring so nicely by the fire, licking her paws and washing her face, and she is such a nice, soft thing to nurse. And she's such a capital one for catching mice. "Oh, I beg your pardon," cried Alice again, for this time the mouse was bristling all over, and she felt certain it might be really offended. "We won't talk about her any more if you'd rather not." "We indeed," cried the mouse, who was trembling down the end of its tail. As if I would talk on such a subject. Our family always hated cats. Nasty, low, vulgar things. Don't let me hear the name again." I'm going back a page because I keep forgetting to show pictures. This is Alice in her own pool of tears. And then there's another picture, but I'll show you once I'm finished with this page. "I won't indeed," said Alice, in a great hurry to change the subject of conversation. Are you fond of dogs?" The mouse did not answer, so Alice went on eagerly. "There's such a nice little dog near our house I would like to show you. A little bright-eyed terrier with, you know, such long curly brown hair. And it'll fetch things when you throw them, and it'll sit up and beg for its dinner, and all sorts of things. I can't remember half of them, and it belongs to a farmer, you know, and he says it's so useful it's worth £100. He says it'll kill all the rats, and—" "Oh dear," cried Alice in a sorrowful tone. "I'm afraid I've offended it again," for the mouse was swimming away from her as hard as it could go, and making quite a commotion in the pool as it went. "Hello, Craig! Congratulations on surviving the tornado. I'm proud of you." We're reading today. We're reading Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, and not the other stories part, because there's like 6 books in this one book. Story time, yeah! I thought everybody knows the story of Alice in Wonderland, but honestly, this is not the Alice in Wonderland that I remember. Like, this is different. This is not the Disney's Alice in Wonderland, that's for sure. Still crisscross applesauce. What did I just drop? Hello? What has fallen? This is how I'm sitting in my chair currently. A bit wonky than just crisscross applesauce because my knee doesn't go down because I've got the arm things. Not still. Well, I mean, still sits, you know. I always sit like this, so technically you're not wrong. I left my book over there, though. Also, do you like my bookshelves? We talked about them and had a bookshelf tour earlier, but I just want to show it off again because I love it. Craig hates us. Yeah, he's only here for Brogan. It's all you and me, Steve. It's because we have imaginations. I'm on the phone, so I'm a little behind. Mobile delay. I feel attacked. You're being attacked. You didn't even do anything wrong this time. Okay, we are 10 pages in, by the way, Craig. And for a small recap, right now, Alice is tiny and drowning in a pool of her own tears. That... Was that a good summary of what's happened so far? Steve. I unplugged my PC so it didn't get died. And Alice confirmed. Okay, and on we go. You want to see the mouse scurrying away from her in the pool because she keeps bringing up animals that it hates? No, I'm Alice. No, you're Alex. Okay. Is the music really loud, by the way? Or is it alright? Because it feels loud to me, but I think it's just me. Maybe I'm loud. That mouse is massive. No. The pool is 4 inches deep. The mouse is normal sized. She's little. How big is 4 inches? I can't say that. I can't say that. Okay, and on we go. So she softly called after it, "Mouse dear, do come back again, and we won't talk about cats or dogs either, if you don't like them." When the mouse heard this, it turned round and swam slowly back to her. Its face was quite pale, with passion, Alice thought. And it said in a low, trembling voice, "Let us get to the shore, and then I'll tell you my history, and you'll understand why it is I hate cats and dogs." It was high time to go, for the pool was getting quite crowded with the birds and animals that had fallen into it. There was a duck and a dodo, a lory and an eaglet, and several other curious creatures. Alice led the way, and the whole party swam to the shore. 4 inches is a lot. I would say that's a pretty deep pool. This is not how I remember the story going at all, by the way. Like, I thought she made it through the door. Like, okay, so this is what happened so far, Craig. She found the drinking potion. She drank it. She went tiny, and then she's like, "Oh my gosh, I left the key on the table." And then she found the cake, and she ate it, and she got really, really big and looked like a giraffe. I'm going to find that picture again because you need to see it. Let me try not to lose my page. This is what she turned into when she ate the cake. And then she grew smaller again by magic. She didn't eat anything to grow smaller. She just shrunk. Oh, it was the fan. That's what it was. She was like fanning herself with something, and then it made her go small. And then she's like this big now. And she got back to the door and realized that she forgot the key on the table again. And so then she's like drowning in her tears now because she cried when she was really big. I'm a really great storyteller. I want just a bit of that cake. Hey, yo. Someone screenshot that. Not like that. I caught you red-handed, Steve. Okay. Chapter 3. That's why I took a pause, by the way, because we're starting a new chapter. Chapter 3 already. I don't understand this book right now. They were indeed a queer-looking party that assembled on the bank. The birds were draggled feathers. The birds with draggled feathers. The animals with their fur clinging close to them, and all dripping wet, cross, and uncomfortable. And swims through the keyhole of the door. I don't remember that. Well, right now we're having a party with a bunch of animals that also fell into her pool of tears and were drowning. I don't think that was a part of the movie. The first question, of course, was how to get dry again. They had a consultation about this, and after a few minutes, it seemed quite natural to Alice to find herself talking familiarly with them as if she had known them all her life. Indeed, she said quite a long argument with the lorry, who at last turned sulky and would only say, "I'm older than you and must know better." Entering the English language in the 16th century, queer originally meant strange, odd, peculiar, or eccentric. Oh, you were right. You said it meant weird. That was your guess, right? It does. Okay, legs up time. No animals in the movie, in the room where it happened. In the room where it happened. The room where it happened. I have a sneeze. I hope that was pleasant. Okay, so the lorry just said, "I'm older than you and must know better." And this Alice would not allow without knowing how old it was. And as the lorry positively refused to tell its age, there was no more to be said. At last the mouse, who seemed to be a person of authority among them, called out, "Sit down, all of you, and listen to me. I'll soon make you dry enough." They all sat down at once in a large ring, with the mouse in the middle. Alice kept her eyes anxiously fixed on it, for she felt sure she would catch a bad cold if she did not dry very soon. Do you see knees? They look quite large from this angle, to be honest. That's not very flattering. Maybe I'll read like this so you guys can see the book. How's that? Gosh, my headset's dirty too. I'm a mess today. Maybe I'll go sit on the floor. You guys can't see anything. Maybe I'll just sit like this. This is quite comfy. And then you can't see my feet. I almost showed you my feet. Okay. Ahem, said the mouse with an important air. Are you all ready? This is the driest thing I know. Silence all around, if you please. William the Conqueror, whose cause was favoured by the Pope, was soon submitted to by the English, who wanted leaders, and had been of late much accustomed to usurpation and conquest. Edgar and Morcar, the Earls of Mercia and Northumbria. Ugh, said the lorry, with a shiver. Free feet reveal? Yo, what? The back of your head is so fine, my little croissant. The flip did I just read? Almost got debated to feet on stream. No feet reveal. How do I get comfortable? I'm not comfortable. I think it's because my headset's in the way. What? I agree. I'm also wondering what, Steve. I don't look comfortable. Lay on the ground. You don't need a headset. You're right. I don't need a headset. Why do I have my headset on? Also, but then I can't read chat. How am I supposed to read chat? If you've never seen your video, can I get your number? Seen that video? No, I have not. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm fixing my hair now because I always have a headset on and I feel Oh, Brogan knows what you're talking about because he's cultured. Me and Steve are uncultured swine. Okay. We're gonna have story time. Kim has ears? No! The ear reveal! In the room where it happened. The room where it happened. You were live! I opened Twitch on my phone. I don't think I've ever opened Twitch on my phone while I've been live, and it just goes, "You're live!" Like in all caps. How do I find my chat in... I did it. I did it. I now am going to lay on the floor. I'm going to remove my dog from the premises, and then I'm going to lay on the floor, and we're going to read. Will you please leave? I'm going to, ouch, pop my knees. Thank you, goodbye. I asked him to leave, and he did. Okay. Anyways, will someone type in chat so that I can see if my chat's working on my cellular device? And then we're going to lay on the floor like a weirdo. Hello, am I still in the camera? Kind of, that's fine. This is how we read on stream now. I saw the chat move. You know what's wild is that I can confirm that Kim has ears, yet she never listens to me. That was a good one. Okay. I have to find where I left off. I beg your pardon, said the mouse, frowning, but very politely. Did you speak? I got the giggles now. It's hard to read upside down. I'm going to sit. Can I lean on these bookshelves? Brogan, yell at me if I'm not supposed to. Why did she choose to lay like that? Why not? What's wrong with a good lay on the floor? Can I lean on these? I feel like I probably shouldn't. I feel like I should lean on the door instead. This is just a movement stream. We're just exploring all of my office. Okay, well, how's it going? Oh man, feet reveal. The moment I said that, Steve said, uh-oh, feet. Those bookshelves wouldn't move if you fell on them. You can definitely lean on it. Well, too late. I'm already leaning on the door, but thanks. I'll remember that for next time. A what on the floor? What? What did I say? Take the socks off. No. Ew. Ew. Okay, it's quite hard to read over here, I'm gonna be honest, because I forgot. My lights are up there, by where you guys are. I will take the socks off for 100 gifted subs. Hey, that's a pretty good deal. Okay. I beg your pardon, said the mouse, frowning, but very politely. Did you speak? Not I, said the lorry hastily. I thought you did, said the mouse. I proceed. Edwin and Morcar, the Earls of Mercia and Northumbria, declared for him, and even Stigand, the patriotic Archbishop of Canterbury, found it advisable. Found what? Said the duck. Found it, the mouse replied crossly. Of course you know what it means. Incoming ban. She's so far away. I'll come closer. Do you want me to come closer? That's so much cheaper than the other girls that I pay. I mean, what? Craig has a foot fetish confirmed. You learned from Steve, didn't you? I know what it means well enough when I find a thing, said the duck. It's generally a frog or a worm. The next question is, what did the Archbishop find? The mouse did not notice this question, but hurriedly went on. Found it advisable to go with Edgar Atheling to meet William and offer him the crown. William's conduct at first was moderate, but the insolence of the Normans... How are we getting on now, my dear? It continued, turning to Alice as it spoke. As wet as ever, said Alice in a melancholy tone. It doesn't seem to dry me at all. Steve doesn't like feet, he likes tentacles. Oh, you're right, my bee. I was just thinking about my pops. I don't have a tentacle boy pop yet. Does that even exist? Because I'm not positive it does. They need to make one. I'm still missing quite a few My Hero characters, actually, now that I think about it. Now that I'm on the subject, we're pausing for a moment. I've dropped my cellular device. And I want to show you guys my favorite pop. Oh no, he's fallen! Oh no, they've both fallen! I just knocked one over there. That was my bee. Hold on. Hold on. This one is one of my favorite pops. I'm also freaking warm. This is Kirigiri, and he looks freaking sick. Freaking sick. Oh no, please stand up. Please stand up. I feel like that's a song. I'm so glad you guys can hear me monologuing to myself while I'm doing things. Okay, and here's my other favorite pop. Look at him! He's even got the little marbles in his hand. Ah, I love him so freaking much. I'm gonna put his stand back on him because they both fell off their stands somehow. I can't put it back in the hole. Oh no, Mr. Compress, your head moved. What the poop? Thank you. Okay, he's back where he belongs. Oh, I forgot to tell you, your shelves look hella pog. Thanks, I know, right? He looks dope AF, the way he showed the portal. Why does Mr. Compress have both arms? Spoilers, Craig. Also, he obviously gets it back at some point, right? Right? No, he can't. I'm falling. It's the other guy that he stole the arm from. He'll get his arm back at some point, right? I feel like I want to do like dance moves. I don't have music though. I could have done that much smoother, but I chose to do it slowly. Does that make me a freak? Probably. Honestly. See, Kim, being a guy isn't easy. Putting things in holes is hard. You might think the stream died, but no, I'm just giving you all the death glare. You probably couldn't tell because I'm quite small. Anyways, shall we continue with Alice being soaking wet and the mouse not helping whatsoever? Okay. I don't know where I was. As wet as ever, said Alice in a melancholy tone. It doesn't seem to dry me at all. In that case, said the dodo solemnly, rising to its feet, I move that the meeting adjourn for this immediate adoption of more energetic remedies. Speak English, said the eaglet. I don't know the meaning of half those long words, and what's more, I don't believe you do either. And the eaglet bent down its head to smile, to hide a smile. Some of the other birds tittered audibly. Tittered. I'm immature. Oh no, my chat's not updating. Because I can see over there that there's messages, but I can't see them here on my cellular device. I see them now on my cellular device. Why does it take 10 minutes longer to get them? Kim's a freak confirmed. I feel like Craig has hella mobile delay. I said that when I sat down, right? Or maybe I just got the mobile delay on my cellular device and didn't see it in chat. Potentially. And then my little dance moves for today. You're welcome. You're welcome. What I was going to say, said the dodo in an offended tone, was that the best thing to get us dry would be a caucus race. What is a caucus race? Said Alice. Guys, what's that mean? I can see that you're typing. I'm so upset that I can't read it when it's happening, so I'm gonna move forwards. Ow, did you hear my knee pop? Kim has mobile delay on her own stream, on her on stream. Okay, this is where we sit. Go to this website on your phone. It's too late, I've moved forward. We're just gonna sit on the floor and look like this, like a freak of nature. Like I don't do that daily on my own. That was a half dab. It's also backwards. What is the caucus race? Said Alice. Not that she wanted much to know, but the dodo had paused as if it had thought that somebody ought to speak, and no one else seemed inclined to say anything. Why? Said the dodo. Just scooting back a little bit because I feel like you guys can't see me. Is the tapping background music? Do you want it off? I can't hear it. Do you want it quieter? Is it good? Should we skip? Like, I'll skip the song if that helps. Let me bring my music up. There you go. It's called Gentle Rain. That is what you guys were listening to. I literally just put on an ambient playlist on Pretzel Rocks, and apparently ambient means rain. Where was I again? I keep doing that. Why, said the dodo, the best way to explain it is to do it. And as you might like to try the thing yourself some winter day, I will tell you how the dodo managed it. First, it marked out a race course in a sort of circle. The exact shape doesn't matter, it said, and then all the party were placed along the course here and there. There was no 1, 2, 3 and away, but they began running when they liked. I thought Kim was tapping on the book. Then she moved and it was still tapping, so I thought I was going crazy. You are. I miss Kim asthma. You miss Kim asthma? I still have asthma. I don't have asthma. I mean, I was told that I should have an inhaler at one point in my life. I could do asthma again, because look how much space I have in my office now. Especially now that it's clean and everything's put away. Asthma. I don't know what space has to do with anything, but it feels like it does. Okay, I want to move and be a wall. I want to be a wall. Also, I probably should have moved my chat so that I could actually have it on the screen closest to me, but that is besides the point. I can read that from here. My eyesight's amazing. Hold on. Tim Asthma, she just... I don't know what that says. Look how freaking far away from my screen I am though, and I got that far. She just has issues breathing, but it's into my ears. I gave you the link for your phone. Okay, thanks. I'm gonna go on my phone now. Okay, someone type something. so that I can watch it in real time, because I got my chat there. Test. It came up the same time. Why I hit my mic, I'm so sorry. I'm not used to having to watch where my hands go. Was that a sentence? Thanks, you're the best. I've got my chat and my book, and this is all I've ever needed in life. I could be live for the rest of my life like this. I take it back immediately. I'm not staying live for that long. Imagine. Kim is officially sat on every square inch of this new office in the stream. I mean, not quite, but I could grab the dog's bed from over there. I'm not gonna do that though, because I don't really want dog fur on my book. She never sits still. Yeah, this is normal. I mean, you guys probably know that better than anyone, to be honest. I just saw you posted a picture of me in Discord. Oh, I just got rid of my chat on my cellular device. Oopsie. Sit on Karky bed dog cam. I mean, I could, but my microphone is not on dog cam. We did not attach this microphone to dog cam. And so I could go on dog cam, but it would be silent dog cam. And I don't think that's very good for a book reading stream. Anyways, let's continue. We're at the caucus race, whatever the heck that means still. There was no 1, 2, 3 and away, but they began running when they liked. I think that's funny. And they left off when they liked. So it was not easy to know when the race was over. However, when they had been running half an hour or so and were quite dry again, the dodo suddenly called out, "The race is over," and they all crowded round it, panting, and asked, "But who has won?" This question the dodo could not answer without a great deal of thought, and it sat for a very long time with one finger pressed on its forehead, the position in which you usually see Shakespeare in the pictures of him, while the rest waited in silence. At last the dodo said, "Everybody has won, and all must have prizes." Wait, is the mic attached to you? Yeah, it's right here. Can you see it? It's this little thingy-majig. How did you think you could hear me so clearly, Cog? I've moved everywhere this stream. "But who is to give the prizes?" said a chorus of voices. "Why, she, of course," said the dodo, pointing to Alice with one finger, and the whole party at once crowded round her, calling out in a confused way, "Prizes! Prizes!" Alice had no idea what to do, and in despair she put her hand in her pocket and pulled out a box of comfits. Luckily the salt water had not gotten into it, and handed them round as prizes. There was exactly one apiece all around. But she must have a prize herself, you know," said the mouse. "Of course," the dodo replied very gravely. "What else have you got in your pocket?" he went on, turning to Alice. "Only a thimble," said Alice sadly. "Hand it over here," said the dodo. They then all crowded round her once more, while the dodo solemnly presented the thimble, saying, "We beg your acceptance of this elegant thimble." And when it had finished this short speech, they all cheered. Oh, hey, a green screen. I didn't think anybody would know what that was. Also, look at this cute picture. It's picture time. I was supposed to hide it. Whoops. Look at how cute this is. It's a freaking dodo bird. I wanted it to be under this, but those are not tall enough. They're not raised high enough. Rip dodos. Rip. Ouch. I also left my water bottle up there. Can someone hand it to me? It's right there. Ooh, okay, that's a cool page. Hold on. Alice thought this whole thing very absurd, and they all looked so grave that she did not dare to laugh, and as she could not think of anything to say, she simply bowed and took the thimble, looking as solemn as she could. The next thing was to eat the comfits. This caused some noise and confusion, as the large birds complained that they could not taste theirs, and the small ones choked and had to be patted on the back. However, it was over at last, and they sat down again in a ring and begged the mouse to tell them something more. "You promised to tell me your history, you know," said Alice, "and why it is you hate C and D," she added in a whisper, half afraid that he would be offended again. That stands for cats and dogs, in case you missed it. Hello, Yi, how are you doing? It's nice to see you. I'm here on the floor, but I am here. Hello. Hello. We're reading a book. Hold on, what did I miss? I have the same green screen. Nice. Neither of y'all have used the green screen yet. To be fair, we just got it. And then we had to clean our office so that we freaking have room to put it. Because look how big that is. It's the size of 3 bookshelves. Also, we are reading Alice in Wonderland because I figured if somebody pops in the middle of stream, they know the story of Alice in Wonderland for the most part. I'm gonna be honest, the book Alice in Wonderland, it's a little bit different than the Alice in Wonderland that I knew because I know the Disney version, and then I think the other one's also a Disney version, like the cartoon and then the live action. Mine is a long and a sad tale, said the mouse, turning to Alice and sighing. It is a long tale, certainly, said Alice, looking down with wonder at the mouse's tail. But why do you call it sad? And she kept on puzzling about it while the mouse was speaking, so that her idea of the tale was something like this. Oh my gosh, this is so freaking cute. Okay, this is the story that he's telling, and it's in the shape of a tail because that's how... Kim literally is full screen and is taking up less room on her stream than a normal webcam. You know. It is what it is. I want to sit uncomfortable to read, you know? Do the comfs. Itchy nose. I forgot to grab my water bottle while it's up. Ah, poop. Fury said to a mouse that he be in the house. Let us both go to law. I will prosecute you. What? Come, I'll take no denial. We must have a trial, for really this morning I've got nothing to do, said the mouse to the cur. Such a trial, dear. Sir, this is so weirdly laid out. Never heard of her unless you're talking about the DJ. What the flip does that mean? I think Kim needs a couch or nice cushioned chair in that room. Hey, fun fact, this is where we're putting a couch. When we get a couch, this is going to be our best bed. Our guest bed. This is our guest bedroom, and we're going to put a couch here that has a pull-out bed. A pull-out. Yep, there we go. Because there's so much room, like, in this, you know, this. One of those hanging cushion chairs. Nah, people will make too many jokes. A swing? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There's a chair there for a reason, bozo. Why are you on the ground? What the flip, Hamish? Let me live my life the way I want to live my life. I can see the chat moving, let me... Also, hi, Hamish. And hello, Asthma Memes. Please get off the floor. I swear, you two are actually the real person. The real person? The same person. You came in here and told me the exact same thing at the exact same time. I can sit on the floor if I well please. And I well please. Floor gang. Kim's just floored right now. But that was like the drum set, you know, when somebody says something funny, in case you guys didn't know that. Also, hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. If you've just tuned in, we're reading Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, which the book version is much different than any version I've ever remembered in my life. And it's really weird, and it's really old. And we're a total of 14 pages in. And I've been live for how long? An hour and a half? Something like that. Kim can read? I despise you. The pity drum hit. I'm sorry, Craig, it wasn't pity, it was genuine. I would like my water bottle very much. Thank you. I also would like to put stickers on my water bottle. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, we're gonna continue with the story. What the heck? Can I have your hoodie? It's my favorite color. I also am a big fan of this color. It's a weird color though. It's like a yellow, but not quite yellow, if you know what I mean. And also there's a little planet right here, and I really like it. And no, you can't have my hoodie, but we could go shopping for one like it and we could match, and then we could wear them together when we go to TwitchCon together and take a picture and then post it on Instagram. Also, hi John, how you doing? Okay, if you say it was real and not pity, I believe you. Thanks. Thanks for trusting me, Craig. Is that the room I'm sleeping in? Oh yeah, I was just saying before a few of you showed up. Eventually we're gonna put a couch right here. So this is like the new layout of my office, by the way. You guys are where, right there, that's where my desk is. And then these are new and set up, and finally we have bookshelves, which is fantastic. And then my dog's bed is over there on the floor. And then this is where we're gonna put like a couch, and then it's gonna be like a pull-out bed, like a pull-out, you know, the pull-out couches. You know what I'm talking about. So yes, technically, eventually, this will be the guest room, is where I was going with that. Is that corner in the bottom of the shelf for me to sleep in? Yes, this is where Hamish sleeps when he comes to visit. She does in fact take pictures with fans in matching outfits, can confirm. Hello Janice, how are you doing? It's so lovely to see you. Can I have that Squirtle? He's my favorite Pokemon. These are, let's have another bookshelf tour because why the flip not? I freaking love my bookshelf. Let me put my bookmark in. Hold on. For anybody that just came in, we're reading Alice's Adventures in Wonderland today. And we're like 14 pages in, but honestly, I've got a short attention span, so that might be as far as we're getting. Ow, my knee popped. Did you guys hear that? John can't sleep in the couch then, if you know what I mean. Ignore Janice, she tells lies. No, Janice is perfect. Spoiler alert, Alice is in Wonderland. You just ruined the whole story for everybody. Okay, bookshelf time. I just want to show a few things that I like a lot. Look at my Nintendo DS. It's freaking old and adorable, and hello. That was a dumb joke. But then here's like my Pokemon tin. I would show it, but there's a Pokemon on it. This is where I keep all of my cards that I think are really cute. You said it was a pull-out. It's a DS. Game Boy, I'm sorry. Whoops, I should have known. I've got a bunch of nerds in my chat. Got him. Hey. Get your facts straight, woman. I've got a DS as well. I can go dig it out. I'm not sure where it is, actually. It's somewhere. I also don't know where the games for the Game Boy are, so right now that is sitting there all by itself with nothing. We do use it though sometimes when we go on road trips and stuff. I know Brogan brought it when we went on the airplane, when we went to go visit Steve. I know a thing or two about pulling out. Ayy. Anyways, anyways, let's just continue. This is Brogan's and my wedding books, And then our other like wedding-esque things, because this was our guest book, and then they've never been displayed before, so I put them on display now. And my Harry Potter series, and all of my pops that you can see. This is my pin collection down here. This is gonna change. I don't like the way this looks. I also don't like the way any of that looks still. This is like forever gonna be changing probably, because that's who I am as a person. Can you forget about those things when we meet IRL? Brogan. Did you make changes to your stream room or move to a new stream room? I don't know how long it's been since I've spoken to you, but we moved house. We moved into our home. Hold on, I'm pulling my chair back up. We got our house in December, like a week before Christmas. I don't know, we moved into our house that we bought. And yeah, this is my whole stream room now, because before I was streaming in our 1-bedroom apartment. We turned the dining room into my stream room, which sucked, by the way. Now I have room to actually do things, and it's amazing, and it's fantastic. And we just put these bookshelves up 3 days ago or something. And then we're gonna get like more decorations, obviously. Can we archive this whole stream, please? Archive? Question mark? Next time you buy a house, tell me so I can refer an agent and get 25% off. Get 25%. That doesn't say off. You just will get 25%. Is that how it works? Give me money. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, well. So which one of those shelves is the hidden door to your secret room? I'll never tell. This is my evil. I get 25% of the agent's commission. Okay, John, I'll let you know when I move. Craig's moving to Idaho, but he doesn't know it yet. Craig and Steve are buying a house together next to us. I did tell them, I'm like, I don't really like our next door neighbors. Come move into their house. Morgan, hello! Thank you for the 17-month Prime. Your Pog. I don't have my actual notifications on today because it was supposed to be like a reading stream, and like we're supposed to be really like, I lost my book, by the way. There it is. It's supposed to be a reading stream, and we're supposed to be like super in-depth and like super into the story and no distractions, but that didn't last very long. Because yeah, it's been an hour and a half, and I'm like, that bunny looks high. What? Am I crazy? Bunny. Oh, this bunny. I'm like, where do you see a bunny? Wait, hold on. This one? Archive, like, save forever so I can watch again because the stream is everywhere. And honestly can't keep up. I mean, I record all of my streams. And I do have a VODs channel on YouTube. Can someone remind me that I have a VODs channel on YouTube? And I'll start uploading them there again. The only problem is that it takes actually forever, and I can't use my computer when it's doing it because freaking YouTube or whatever, you know. And so I need to do them while I'm sleeping. I need to just be like, okay, upload while I'm sleeping, and then in the morning, the computer will be ready to use, you know? When I used to do that though, I forgot to restart my computer for like 2 weeks straight, and then it like had a problem or whatever. But I do that now anyways, so like, what would honestly be the difference? Slit, Steve. You have a VODs channel on YouTube. Effing upload. Okay, John, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disappoint you like this. To be fair, I have multiple YouTube channels and I haven't uploaded to any of them, like, since before we moved, for sure. And I don't know how long it's been since before then. Also, I'm good, Morgan. Thank you. I don't know if I answered your question. How are you? How have you been? Did you just get off of work? Do you record and stream, or just download the VOD after it's over? I record and stream, so that I get the actual good quality that my stream is, and not Twitch quality, which I'm not talking bad about Twitch. I'm not, but like, That was just sassy. Aura is off. Yeah, all of my things that come up on the stream normally got turned off because I wanted immersion in the book. As you can tell, we're very immersed in the book and in the story. Hey, thanks for the hydration. That was as I was taking a drink. Gotta sleep. Oh, you gotta wake up at 6 for work tomorrow? That's disgusting. But also, thank you for being here. I appreciate you, Yi. And it was wonderful to talk to you. And have a good day at work tomorrow, and good night. Bye. Can I have a sip of water? Sure, here you go, John. I have a 32-ounce water bottle. This thing's massive. And I freaking love it. You guys can hear that, can't you? I forgot my mic is here. And I keep doing things that I normally would do that you guys can't normally hear. What the heck, I should try doing both, but my streams are acting... Oh, that's true. Your internet kind of pooped out last time you streamed, didn't it? 32 ounces, that'll be done in 2 seconds if you give it to me. I haven't even drank one of these today. Okay, so I did so good for such a long time at drinking an entire one of these and possibly sometimes 2 in a day. I haven't even drank one of these yet today. I've been doing so bad since I started my new job. I'm like, I don't remember to drink water. And I don't know what the problem is because I freaking sit at a desk all day long. Like, I've got my water next to me all day long. I have the same size water bottle as well. Everybody's getting hydrated out here. I have a gallon water bottle that I drink every day. Holy crap. Well, how much is a gallon in ounces? I actually don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. But also, I was gonna put stickers on it because look how freaking empty this is. And next time, 128. Nah, you're kidding. Nah, you're kidding. That's a lot. I'd be every 20 minutes if I did that. Bergen never used to drink water though. So when he drinks water, he's like, what the heck? That's what his body does. I barely drink half of that in a day. Oh. Morgan and I are both unhealthy. Yeah! Girl power. Hold on. I've got stickers that I wanted to dig out. There we go. This is what I was gonna say. I've got my stickers that, you know, self-promo that you can buy. But I have my stickers that I wanted to put in my water bottle, and then I just never did. And like, no time to talk, gotta pee. But yeah, I never just put them on. I wanted to like fill my water bottle with my stickers. And then when people would be like, oh my gosh, your water bottle's so cute. Where'd you get your stickers? I'd be like, oh, they're mine. My water bottle's cooler than yours. Brogan put these stickers on his like the day he got his water bottle. Whoops. Morgan, you only weigh like 48 ounces, so that's a lot of water for you. I drink like no water, it's bad. You also don't drink soda or sugary things, don't you? Like not? What do you actually drink then? You both have cool water bottles? That's what I'm saying, like everybody has cool ones. Even my coworker has like a bunch of stickers on his, and he's got the cutest otter sticker on his water bottle. But it's like, I should really, you know, do the thing that I've been meaning to do, because like I've got a stack of stickers waiting to be put, like, they're all different as well. This is all my emotes, in case you're wondering. I'm dropping them. But yeah, eventually, potentially, these will be put in my water bottle. I've also got more. Like, I've got a drawer of stickers. I've got a pile. I was going to show you, but I don't feel like taking the pile out of my drawer. I've got a pile like this thick of stickers that I can go through and find really cool ones to put on here. And that would be pretty pog if you ask me. Oh, I forgot to put those back. My water's decked out in stickers. I only drink water. Okay, you only drink water, but you don't drink water. Do you see the confusion that I have? I drink water and sugar-free lemonade. Yeah, Brogan's lemonade's freaking nasty. Thank you for the hydration memes. water. I have haiku stickers someone bought me. If you give me your address, I can send it to you. I wonder who that someone was. They sound super great and awesome and really, really hot. I need you to check your Discord. This is important. Okay, I'm checking my Discord. I checked my Discord to say hi to Janice. Don't talk to me or my son ever again. In pics, okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, why have you done that? Oh my gosh, that looks horrendous. It's amazing. It's something, that's for sure. Sugar-free lemonade. Oh, you mean squeezed lemons? That's honestly what it tastes like as well. I watched him do it. Are you guys just all hanging out in a voice chat together? Did it very quickly. You know what else is quick? No, no, I can't say that. No, I've got the giggles. I'm kinda a genius. We already knew that. My water bottle has no stickers. Steve, that's so sad. Whoa, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say anything. Nothing was said. It was implied. It was not said. And that is all I'll say on the matter. I hate this picture. The one of don't talk to me or my son ever again. I hate it so much. I'm gonna get a cardboard cutout of me though, and then sit next to it and so that I can make that a reality. I'm not doing that. Can someone send me a cardboard cutout of myself? Because I'm not paying for it. Thanks. Look at the dog hair on my pants. Does that drive anyone else nuts? Black jeans and a white dog. I'm sorry to hear broken. It'll be a pocket-sized cutout. Hold on. It'll be the size of my Bob Ross. Let me get it. I forgot about it. Hold on. 2 seconds. 2 seconds and then I couldn't open the door. Oh yeah, I've got a microphone on. I don't need to yell. I can take you guys with me without taking you guys with me. Ready? Are you listening? Are you listening? I'm going to find my Bob Ross. It's inside of my purse because that is where I put it when I won it from the thingamajig that we won it from. You know, the thing. Hello, I've returned. It's like I never left. Wow, magic. It's like movie magic. Book has magical powers that changed your size while reading. Look at my Bob Ross. For anybody that missed it on my Instagram story, Brogan won this from a claw machine. It would be this size, by the way. This was my comparison. I want a cardboard cutout of me this size. Hope Kim turns off the mic when she uses the bathroom. Fun fact, I don't know how. So I just can't pee while I'm live. Because this is not my like gaming mic still. When I'm gaming, I'll use my other mic. This is my, hello, I've decided I don't want to sit still today mic. Brogan's clearly a magical wizard. I haven't met anyone who's won something from a claw machine. Yeah, honestly, the claw machine had really, really trash options. So we went for the lesser of two evils. And then... and then I was going to say, Brogan's won actually a lot of things from a claw machine. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head except he won me a little tiny like beanie baby, but it was a brown whale. And me and Brogan's sister, my sister-in-law, however you want to say it, ended up like putting it in each other's stuff for a really long time. Like she would put it somewhere in my car, I would put it somewhere like in her room or like something. And then my dog ended up tearing it apart at one point, but even more of a reason why he's a wizard, there were options. Typically you don't get options, you get what you can grab. Bergen's a wizard, he willingly chose the Bob Ross. Steve will be a wizard soon. Hey! That was a good one. I don't think Steve likes it here. But yeah, anyways, when we were talking about the cardboard cutout, it made me think that this was the perfect size. When are we getting an Ida Kim merch doll to put on the shelf next to Bob Ross? That's a really good... Someone learn how to crochet, and then I'll pay you to crochet me a doll of myself. That sounds really self-centered. And I don't take it back. Two different types of wizards. Should we put Bob Ross on the shelf? I feel like we should. I kind of want to take his... Oh, look. He's got a little Bob Ross tag on it. Okay, maybe I won't take the tag off. Let's put it on the shelf, though. Do you think? We've got empty space down here where Hamish is going to sleep someday. But until he gets here, we'll put... Maybe this will be your pillow, Hamish. We'll put him down here. Ow, my knee popped. Sit in the corner, Bob Ross. Oh, wait. I've got a Sonic as well that could go on there. I think Bergen hid it though, to be honest. Because I said I was going to put it on the bookshelf and he's like, no. Okay, I think, are we done reading today? It is, holy crap, it is 10 p.m. already. To be fair, I didn't start stream until very late. Doesn't want the secret out. The secret, there's clips on my channel of all of that nonsense that went on that night. Bobbert Rossington. Bobbert. I just realized we're in the middle of a chapter as well. We've got one page left. Okay, let's finish the stream out by finishing this. This shot is aesthetic AF. What? Why? I honestly was surprised when I saw the live noti because it was so late. I know, right? But sometimes it just takes me a little bit to get some motivation, if you know what I mean. Like, I got home, I laid down on the bed and took a nap. So then I had to actually go and make dinner and do my makeup and do all the things that I had to get ready. And I'm like, oh, maybe I'll be live by 7. Maybe 8. It was 8 o'clock, by the way, in case you're wondering. It was pretty late. Okay, we're gonna finish this page. This is all we have left of this chapter. And then we've gotten through 3 chapters. That's not too bad. Okay. I don't remember what just happened, so we're just gonna continue as if we know what's going on. You're not attending, said the mouse to Alice severely. What are you thinking of? I beg your pardon, said Alice very humbly. You had got to the 5th bend, I think. I had not, cried the mouse sharply and very angrily. Not, said Alice, always ready to make herself useful and looking anxiously around her. Oh, do let me help to undo it. I'm happy you streamed. This message is being sent specifically to distract Kim from reading. Thanks. I shall do nothing of the sort, said the mouse, getting up and walking away. You insult me by talking such nonsense. I didn't mean it, pleaded poor Alice, but you're so easily offended, you know. I don't think you should say that to a person that's easily offended. Just life advice. The mouse only growled in response. Please come back and finish your story, Alice called after it, and the others all joined in chorus. Yes, please do. But the mouse only shook its head impatiently and walked a little quicker. What a pity it wouldn't stay, sighed Laurie as soon as it was quite out of sight, and an old crab took the opportunity of saying to her daughter, Ah, my dear, let this be a lesson to you. Never lose your temper. Hold your tongue, Ma, said the young crab a little snappishly. You're enough to try the patience of an oyster. I wish I had our Dinah here, I know I do, said Alice aloud, addressing nobody in particular. She'd soon fetch it back. I have no idea what we're talking about anymore. Like, what's happening? And who is Dinah, if I might venture to ask the question, said Laurie. Alice replied eagerly, for she was always ready to talk about her pet. Not to offend you, but you're easily offended. How could you say such a thing? Dinah's our cat, and she's such a capital one for catching mice, you can't think. And oh, I wish you could see her after the birds. Why, she'll eat a little bird as soon as look at it. This speech caused a remarkable sensation amongst the party. Some of the birds hurried off at once. An old magpie began wrapping itself up very carefully, remarking, I really must be getting home. The night air doesn't suit my throat. And a canary called out in a trembling voice to its children, Come away, my dears. It's high time you were all in bed. On various pretexts, they all moved off, and Alice was soon left alone. I wish I hadn't mentioned Dinah, she said to herself in a melancholy tone. Nobody seems to like her down here, and I'm sure she's the best cat in the world. Oh, my dear Dinah, I wonder if I shall ever see you any more. And here, poor Alice began to cry again, for she felt very lonely and low-spirited. In a while, however, she again heard a little pattering of footsteps in the distance, and she looked up eagerly, half hoping that the mouse had changed its mind and was coming back to finish his story. And that is the end of the chapter. I'm not going to start the next one, but look at this picture. I don't know what this is reference to, but Alice looks demonic here. Just a little, something to leave it on. Yeah, because the next chapter is not that long, but I just don't have the attention span for it anymore. We got 16 pages in, and we're on chapter 4. Let me find out how many chapters there are. I believe there's like 10, 11. Okay, there's 12 total, I think, is what the last one I saw was. Yeah, there's 12 chapters total. So we got like a third of the way through. Quick math. Wait, that's not a third, that's a fourth, because we finished 3 chapters. 3 of 12 is that a third? That's a fourth. That's a fourth. Yep, quick math. Okay. Wow, it's so short. It's not that short, Steve. Gosh. Size doesn't matter. It's about the friends you meet along the way or something. I don't think that's how the saying goes. But I'm not a doctor. Got him. Hey, yo. 1/4. Thanks, Greg, for the confirmation that I was doing it correctly. I'm going to end stream there, though, because I think I'm ready to a quick slowic math. To be fair, it was quick math. I said it right the first time, and then my brain died mid-sentence. Just like it did with the math. Hey, yo. Hold on. You missed earlier when Alice did math, I think, and Steve said it was my kind of math, so I'm going to see if I can try to find it again. Let me go back and see if I can find. Yeah, I found it. I'm going to read it again, okay? She says, let me see, 4 times 5 is 12, and 4 times 6 is 13, and 4 times 7 is, oh dear, I shall never get to 20 at that rate. However, the multiplication table doesn't signify. Let's try geography. London is the capital of Paris, and Paris is the capital of Rome. And Rome, no, that's all wrong, I'm certain. Steve said that was Kim math, and it made me laugh because it's so true. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. It was fun when I really liked the reading. Hope we get some more soon. I remember really enjoying reading Winnie the Pooh when I read that originally, which I eventually would like to go back to if you guys would enjoy that, because that is right here on my bookshelf. And that was very pog. I remember we learned something we didn't know about Winnie the Pooh because Christopher Robin shot Winnie the Pooh with a shotgun. For anybody that missed that when I originally read Winnie the Pooh. Wait, you were reading? Not just you doing math. Yeah, read more, like now, you know, now. It's not my fault. I've been streaming for 2 hours, and to be fair, I read for a good majority of that. Like, an hour and a half of that was reading, probably, right? Reading and moving around and talking about my bookshelf. Well, I mean, to be fair, tonight's stream was all over the place. It was a lot of reading, though. I don't have my headset on, and so I don't know. Yeah, but Winnie the Pooh didn't die. He didn't die. He just shot him so he could get out of the tree for some reason. It was like a balloon or something, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to raid a girl named Stripes Streams. Don't forget to use the raid message. And if you guys like this, I would like to do a reading stream again soon because I really enjoyed it. And honestly, it was just like really chill and laid back and more of a just chatting stream than anything. But I had a great time and I hope you guys did too. And thank y'all for being here. And I love you guys very, very much. Goodbye.
Hey Stripes, can I have